2019 has seen the launch of Taylormade's M5 and M6 range of woods, and the drivers have taken all the headlines. But have you seen this thing? Taylormade M5 3-wood. Let's do it, and let's do it now. That's going to be massive. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, first of all, welcome. I'm really pleased to have you here. And second of all, make sure you consider hitting that subscribe button. On this channel, I bring you guys daily golf-related content that helps you raise your game, lower your handicap, and just pretty much enjoy your overall level of golf out a little bit more. In today's video, I have the Taylormade M5 3-wood, and it looks sweet. So here we have the M5 titanium 3-wood, and as I said already, it just looks spectacular. I think Taylormade have got a lot of things right with this club. The colour scheme looks great, the shape looks great, the size looks fantastic. It just looks nice and small and sleek. And to be honest, I'm going to test this today and it might well find its way straight in my golf bag, ready for when I go away. Tech-wise, in the Taylormade M5 3-wood, we have Taylormade's first multi-material design in the 3-wood, and it is designed to be super light, but the big elephant in the room, the big talking point is, we now have twist face in the fairway woods. And strangely enough, on the fairway woods, you can actually see the twist face. I'm going to try and get you some nice camera angles now so you can see it. In the drivers, you can't see the twist face. However, Taylormade have said that in fairway woods, the club does twist more on off-centre hits, so we need more degrees of twist face. Not so much that it puts you off at address. To be honest, I've been hitting a few in the warm-up, and you can see it like this. But yeah, you're not going to see it down at address, so it's not going to put you off. We also have this 65 gram weight on the bottom of the club. This is movable, so you can change it to a fade or draw setting. The 65 gram weight is 30% of the club's overall weight, so that's quite a hefty weight to be able to move. That's why they've changed the design completely on that from the small movable weight, which was about 15 to 20 grams before. You can see how we still have the adjustable loft sleeve. That's fantastic, so that people can just knock it up or down depending on the conditions for the day. However, one thing that I would say is the one that I've got here comes in the multi-compound grip, which is great. It's a nice expensive grip, it feels great. But if you're going to move the head round, the grip would be not matching the head, so you'd have to move the grip round as well. I was a massive fan of the 360 grips, to be fair, but anyway. I've got this in the Tensite Orange 65 gram shaft. We're going to hit a ton of shots, and we're going to do it now. So guys, just before we start reviewing the Taylormade M5 3-wood, I also have with me the Taylormade M6 3-wood. Now, I'm going to do a separate review on this, and I'm also going to do a video of a comparison of these two, but I'm going to use the data from these two tests. So if you want to see a standalone review of the M6, I will link that above, and also if you want to see a comparison of these two, I'll link that above too. Now let's get hitting some shots. Obviously, I always like to talk you through what I think of the head covers. Boxing glove head cover, no thanks. It looks, honestly, you think it looks good in the bag, you think it looks good on the sole. Put it down at a golf ball, wow. Now traditionally, the M3 and the M4 and the M1 and the M2, the lower number club, so the M1, the M3, the M5, has always been the kind of lower handicapper club, the better players club. And that tradition is carrying on in this one. I can see it is quite a small head, and a high handicapper maybe won't feel comfortable hitting this. My dad certainly wouldn't be hitting this anyway. So just as I said before guys, can't really see the twist face at all at address. Must say one thing I'm getting here, I'm getting a nice consistent left to right shape, and for me with a 3-wood that suits me down to the ground. It's going to land that little bit softer. If you're into a long par 3 or a par 5 green, it's going to land that a little bit softer, but it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to stay in control of the golf ball. So far, dispersion pretty good. Now my driver goes around 270 to 280, so I'd be hoping for a 3-wood around that 250 mark. Anything longer than that gets a little bit silly, and anything shorter isn't fit for purpose, well, for me anyway. That's going to be massive, yeah. Absolutely huge. You see, I felt that one come out a little bit like a knuckleball. It came out with hardly any spin on it, really low, really fiery. If that's a shot you can contain and you can play on purpose, then if it's not, and it runs through the fairway into the water hazard that you're trying to lay up short of, then it's no good, is it? You see what I mean about a better player's club? Sound and feel wise, wow. Really, really nice. Love that titanium ping you get off the face. Can I say that? Ping. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with a driver anymore. I'm just going to put the titanium M5 3-wood in the bag, I think. Oh dear. Alright! Just when it was all going so well. One thing you will notice on this face, guys, we don't have the orange speed ports in there. We don't have the resin that's injected into the face like we do in the drivers to bring it back to being legal. It's just legal anyway, so that's always good. Let's hit one more and then take a look at the averages. Okay guys, that is 10 shots hit with Taylormade M5 titanium 3-wood, and I must say, it feels just as good as it looks. It feels fantastic, it looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic. Let's take a look at the numbers and see just how it performs. Take a look at spin rates, launch angles, distance, and we'll do it now. So guys, Taylormade M5 3-wood, and if we look at the dispersion to start with, apart from that real rogue one that went out to the right there, pretty good. Really enjoying that high left to right shape there. That's something that I really like to see in a 3-wood. Let's take a look at all the numbers. So straight away I'm going to take you over to the distance because that's what everyone cares about. Now I said I would want my average distance to be around 250, maybe 260 at a push. Pretty much exactly where I would want it there. Obviously I did have 2 bad swings in there, so you take those out and that's going to be quite a bit higher, but on average in 10 shots doesn't really lie, does it? Looking at the spin rates for these, fluctuating quite a lot. Obviously the bad strikes, where I caught the ground first, will vary quite a lot. Average spin for the 3-wood, 2.8, which isn't bad. I don't mind seeing that a little bit higher, but it's not a bad number at all, that, to be fair. Ball speed, all around that 150, 155 mark, pretty good, and on average, we'll call that 150 to be precise. Now here's the really interesting one, which I would really only go into with the longer irons and the 3-wood, because I want to see how the club stops, landing angle and descent. So trajectory there, you can see we're going to have a peak height on a lot of them of around 40 yards, which isn't bad at all. Dispersion, as we saw right at the start of this clip, not bad at all. A couple of real bad ones though, but that's more down to pilot error than it is anything else. Look at how quickly these are stopping. That's real pleasing. Get down a par 5 green, it stops quick, about 256 on average, as we know. Very, very nice. So guys, that is my review of the Taylormade M5 Titanium 3-wood. As you can tell, I'm very impressed with this club, I like it. I think when something looks as good as this, it does help. You're always walking into it with the preemption that it's going to be good. If it looked like a dog's dinner, then maybe you might feel a bit different. But for me, aesthetics is a huge thing, and Taylormade are doing that really well this year. Hit those comments below. Is this a club that you're going to try this year? Are you going to try the M6 instead? Remember, if you do want to see the M6 review, I'm going to film that straight after this one, and then I'm going to do a comparison as well, so make sure you check out the channel for that. Apart from that, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Put the thumbs up to this video if you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.